Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another video, and by another I mean it's maybe the second one. Anyway, this time we're making lasagna noodles because we made lasagna. So in the food processor there, I've got 450 grams of flour, a teaspoon or so of salt, and 6 eggs. And you could mix it up on the board there with your hands and do that whole old-fashioned Italian thing, but it's just as easy doing it in the food processor, and it really works. So we're going to pulse this until it comes up to a ball, and then we're going to get it out now onto the well-floured surface. It's going to stick a little bit. It's not a real dry dough at this point, so we're going to need some flour on the board and maybe a little bit more on our hands. And then we're going to start the kneading process. And the kneading process is anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. I've read that you really can't over knead pasta, and that's cool. We are still developing gluten, but there's no yeast in it, obviously, so we are not going to have any rising or anything. We do need to develop the gluten strands and get that nice texture going in the noodle. So we're continuing to knead here. And we're kneading, and it went on for 10 or 12 minutes before I finally got tired and decided it was time to stop kneading. At the end of that time, you form the pasta into a ball, and then you grab your plastic cling film, which is always an adventure because this stuff never really works. Here it is going back in the drawer, kind of stuck, and there's the random tin foil that I was going to use later, so I didn't want to throw it away. Now the plastic is stuck to itself, and here we go, wrapping it up into it. There's a lot of plastic there. Which end is where? Here we go. It's a lot of plastic. And we're done, and we're going to let that rest for 30 minutes. And look, through the magic of television, I turned off the recorder. Here we are 30 minutes later, and based on the amount of dough that I made, I wanted to have 6 different portions in order to make even amounts of noodles. And so I'm going to do some math here in my head, and I'm going to cut it into 6. Let's see, there, no, there, how about, wait, well, there's a ruler on that bench scraper, maybe I can, no, wait, 6, 2, 3, wait. How about, okay, I'm going to cut it down the middle. Now I've got 2 halves, and then I'm going to cut each half into thirds. The cool thing is that you can divide it. You should weigh this with a scale, and then you put them all together. The pasta rollers are going to squish it together, and you're not going to have to worry about anything coming apart because the pasta roller will definitely take care of that problem. So we're going to cover up the ones we're not using so they don't dry out too much. And we're going to take this one and we're going to form it into a kind of a disc. Brush it with a little flour so it doesn't get stuck in the pasta roller. We don't want anything coming out in the pasta roller getting stuck. And then we're going to send it through, starting on the largest setting. Going to send it through two times on each setting. So number 1, we go through, we do a couple times there. And then we're going to do what we call a letter fold. For those of you that have never sent a letter, you fold it in thirds, basically. And then we're going to send that through number 0 again 2 more times. So now we've got a really well-compressed piece of dough, and we're going to send it through number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I stopped at number 5 on this one. And eventually, you get your pasta sheets ready to go for your lasagna. These don't need to boil for too long. I think I did about 3 minutes apiece. And you can see here I overcrowded the pan, but I wasn't sure how much I needed. I'd do it differently next time. And then you pull them out, you assemble your lasagna, and you have the finished product. It was delicious, I'll tell you. One of the best. Hope you've had a good time. Hope to see you again soon.